going to do this top. We're going to do something fancy with this top. If you look at it, you can see that there are some nail holes that I filled. The product that I used to fill these nail holes was, let me grab it for you here. It's a Fama wood filler. And unfortunately, the one that I had, this is like a mahogany or very red wood. It probably is mahogany. And this is for oak/teak. So you can see that the color is off. And that's okay. I just wanted to try it out and see what it was going to look like. I took a sanding block and sanded it smooth, and it really filled those holes up really well. I wish that I would have thought about it. I may have been able to tint that wood filler to match this perfectly, and we wouldn't have had these big nail hole looking blemishes on the top. But that's all right, because unicorn spit, it hides your flaws. So we're going to see how well we can hide this flaw and do a little bit of an abstract coloring on this tabletop. So again, I let the nail hole filler or the wood filler dry for at least 24 hours. And then, but you don't have to on this one. This one, you can sand it really quick. It's a quick curing one, only hours. But this one sat for 24 hours, and I sanded it with 80 grit sandpaper. And then I went over it with 120 just to give a nice smooth finish. And then I just, as you can see, I just dusted it off with some water on a cloth. My old shop towel. Love these things. All right. So we have had several people give us some recommendations on what colors they would like to see. And a lot of people are really excited about the new METALLiC Stain Glaze that I made. And I'm going to be using some of that. But again, if I did it all one color, we're not doing paint. Now, the METALLiC Stain Glaze is not a paint. It can be used as a glaze and a stain. Thick enough to use as a paint, but it's more translucent. So it's not going to really completely hide these little nail holes here and there. So we're going to come in with some of our other colors. I'm going to come in here with some Apollo, which is my copper, and Dionysus, which is the patinaed bronze. And we're going to see what kind of blending I can do up here to get a really rusticy, golden jewel tone or metal tone kind of feel going.
All right, back it down a notch.
Break it down a notch.
Back it up a little.
What?
Relax.
Why?
Because she's.
Well, I know. It's
We have
all the kids here.
A lot of people with a lot of questions.
A lot of questions.
Yes.
Okay.
First of all, Susan Farley, how do we find the video of you doing the front of it?
Well, if you go on YouTube, you can find the whole series. Just
I know. We uploaded them to YouTube.
I did.
The Unicorn Spit channel.
Yep, right on the Unicorn Spit channel. I have it listed as episode. It'll be the China Hutch. So we're up to episode number 5 on there if you'd like to replay them. It'll also allow you to see them in HD. And also, you can't ask questions there because it's pre-recorded, but this one is live. If you're watching this, past noon your time, it's probably not live anymore, and you can just watch it on YouTube if you need to follow up on this one.
So we've got like 50 people tuning in from Oklahoma, Kentucky, Michigan. Looks like Karen Bracken Irvin from Freeman, Missouri.
Oh, Freeman, hello.
Lori Songer from Belton. We got a bunch of people.
Well, good. Well, thank you for tuning in. I hope to. Now, this is an experiment, you guys. I just want you to know I haven't really used the metallics on staining wood. I've just made this stuff and have been messing around with it. So you guys are going to be learning right along with me on what it can and can't do. So far, on the bottom of this chest.
Mike Glass is in the house.
Huh?
Mike Glass.
Hi, Mike. If you look at the chest, we've already done we've already sealed it.
Trust me, everybody's looking at the chest.
With some wax.
I told you to wear your apron.
Golly. You want me to go put my apron on? Leave me alone. All right, well, let's get to staining. I'll leave that to Dawn. All right, I'm going to start. This is our 24K. It's Zeus. And as you know, I've already wet this surface, which raises the grain. And it's going to allow the stain to be able to absorb. So just like we did the front of this over the existing finish, we're going to start with our gold right over the bare wood. And let's see if we can cover up. you on a down angle, honey?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. All right.
Andrew is watching live from cold Nebraska.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what he's doing there. I don't know what I'm doing living here. What am I talking about? It's just as cold. You can still see some of that.
Vicky's
those
watching
lines.
from Alabama. What kind of brush are you using, Fran asks?
I am using a Klingon. This is my F50 flat. I will have them available here soon once we get the Decorative Art Studios website up and running. These are some of my favorite paint brushes. They are a synthetic brush that just really gives you some really nice coverage. It really sucks up the wood. Strong. They're not cheap, but they'll last you forever. Just make sure that you don't use them with any type of oil-based paint. That's why I like using, I can only have nice brushes because I use Unicorn Spit because it washes right out, and this is one of my nicer brushes. I really love this one.
So a lot of people are asking about when and where they can get the metallics.
Well, we're going to be doing some development here over the next few weeks when I get back from my big show in January. It's actually this week, Wednesday, I leave out there, and Saturday and Sunday, Sunday, Monday, I'll be in Phoenix doing the convention for the buyer's markets I get to meet all the fancy pantsas from all the big retail shops and all the small retail shops. I get to meet everybody who's a buying agent. Very exciting for me. And then when I get home, I'm just going to start really mastering out how to make this in mass quantities. Right now, I'm kind of back to the spaghetti pot, and I can't make very much out of my spaghetti pot. So I need to be able to figure out how to move it up some.
So let's see here.
What do you think?
Clay Center, Kansas has 8 inches of snow.
What?
My suggestion is, Renee, you should move. Let's see. And then Lisa asks, are we going to put the top back on? No.
No. I'm going to make a curio cabinet out of that. I'm going to do a little curio cabinet. I took some feet off a couch that I found on the side of the road because I didn't want the couch because it was all tore up, but it had these beautiful wooden feet. So I just unscrewed them and took them. Don looked at me like I was crazy, sitting there in the truck waiting for me to come out. When I got in, he was rolling his eyes. But here it is 2 years later, and we're using them dang things.
It only took 2 years.
Right? You're like, where are you going to put that, Michelle? We don't need any more junk. How many of you have heard that from your husbands, huh? Or wives? There's a lot of guys that also are like me. I was watching, what's that show I really like, honey, where the guys, they go with the art, they're like, they go to people's hoards and they go through them all.
Oh,
what are those boys
I am
called?
totally drawing a blank on
And that girl's on it, the Colby, what's her name? That I did the show with in Clarksville.
I know.
Danielle Colby, and she's like kind of the gothy kind of chick. And then American Pickers.
Oh my God, I don't know how I couldn't think of that.
I don't
That's
know how either.
embarrassing.
I'm going to come over here. So I love watching that show. Don always falls asleep ahead of me. And so I love to watch American Pickers. And I always imagine that one of these days I'm going to be one of those people. They're like, now, how long have you been collecting? They call it collecting. That gold is really beautiful, but it's not hiding those.
Yeah, I was just
problem
noticing that
areas.
those.
Yeah, it's looking beautiful on the regular wood, but it's not strong enough to hide.
What up, Tammy Walter?
It's not strong enough to hide the holes. So I'm just going to go over it. I was going to do a design and see if that gold would hide it, but it's not. Now I'm using this full strength. Everyone, this is just absolutely full strength. My brush is wet, and I'm just putting just the tips of my brush into the gold and then rubbing it on. And just buffing it into the wood, really. Just to get a nice little base coat of metallic going.
Kathleen McGrew calls it saving.
It's saving. I'm telling you, well, the thing is because I was was raised with my parents always, oh, it's going to be a collector's item. Oh, it's going to be a collector's item, right? Like, they're always talking about how they're kicking themselves in the buns for not saving our, Star Wars stuff from when we were kids. My brother had a whole lot.
Oh my gosh, if I had the Star Wars and the G.I. Joe and the Transformers and all that stuff that I had when I was a kid.
Even the Cabbage Patch dolls are worth money now.
The Cabbage Patch, I remember my cousin got one that my aunt stood in line at like Venture for and paid like $250 for that stupid thing.
It's crazy, crazy. Well, there's these folks that just collect all of that and just don't want to give it up. And they refuse to give it up. I was on Instagram a little bit earlier today. I'm going to come around here to the front and get this front lip. Oh, look how pretty it looks when it goes over that blue. Ooh.
Paula, I see your comment. I acknowledge it, but I'm not going to mention it to Michelle because I don't want her to know.
What? Do you have like a wedgie or something? What?
No.
Oh, jeez. What is it? My hair looks terrible.
It's your hair. It's terrible looking.
It's my hair.
I can't believe you left the house with that hair like that.
I know. It's all Brooke's fault.
Damn it, Brooke. I mean, darn it.
So anyway, I was on Instagram, and Dale Ellman is somewhere. He's this crazy, cool guy who collects all kinds of crazy stuff. And he went in somewhere, and there's just boxes and boxes and boxes of 1980s Star Wars toys. Even an R2-D2 like bucket. It was really neat. All right, I'm going to go in with some of my Dionysus, which is like a tarnished green color. See how that, you ever get, what is this color? My grandmother's jewelry would grow this on it in the jewelry box.
Well, it's not jade then.
No, it's like metal turns. Oh, it covered that spot.
It's not a patina.
It is like a patina, but it's like bronze patina because bronze gets that real dark teal color. It's not like copper that gets that bright turquoise color. Bronze gets a teal. There we go.
Oxidized copper?
Oxidized, no, because copper gets like a bright color, where this is more of a deep, almost army green and teal like feel to it. Oh, that's pretty. Even my brush is pretty. There we go. Let's get a little bit more. It's not covering those nail holes. I don't know what I'm going to do with those. It was a chance that...
Is it verdigris?
It is verdigris.
Oops, I'm sorry, guys.
It would be.
I transitioned poorly.
It is a verdigris. It would be considered that, I'm pretty sure.
That's what a lot of people are saying.
Verdigris. So Dionysus is verdigris. Verdigris.
Kristen's watching. I'm waiting for my cheesesteaks.
Yeah, it's not turquoise, it's green. It's like a deep, 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 deep teal. Honey, these nail holes, how am I going to hide them? I hate them. I hate them.
I'm not sure how you're going to get rid of those.
Well, if anything, we'll just take it down to measure it. I got a router.
Oh, God.
And we can just cut a new top for it. I've done it a couple of times now. Oh, wait.
Oh, damn it. Nope.
Copper kind of hides it a little bit.
Here, let me put you down angle.
Get some more copper here. Would have been smart for me to like put some sawdust in the.
Amy suggests to give the top a hammered look. Ooh, bring in a little purple. Good idea, Kathleen.
In the metal?
Sure, why not?
Well, anything's going to be better than these nail holes, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the nail holes are kind of covering up now. I'm doing some layering. As long as I just lay it on the nail hole area flat or thick. let that dry for a second. Do that there too.
Well, the gold, from my vantage point here, kind of makes it look like that 90s oak stain.
Oh no. It doesn't look like the 90s oak stain from over here.
That's what it looks like from here. No offense.
Don't you offend me. You know, I'm very thin-skinned.
Uh-huh. Glue big nail heads on those and make them look cool. I see what you're doing right there. That'd be cool.
Okay. So I've laid it on there kind of thick around where those divots are. And now I'm going to try to just fan it a little and blend the outside edges of it. Oh my gosh, metallic wood stain is brilliant. Why did nobody ever think of this before? Look how beautiful that is. I don't know, can they see it as good as I can? Let me see what it looks like on your video.
Why do you come over here and do this?
Because I want to look down. Let me look down at it.
See, now there's the delay.
Oh, it doesn't show like it does on the for reals.
It's just disgusting.
Well, there's no reason for them to be looking up and looking at me gab. They need to see what this stuff's doing. I wish there was a way for me to get it for real. You know, my other option is to just so carefully layer my wording on here to be less, you know what I mean? Like the ABCs would go over them. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what it looks like? It looks like metallic eyeshadows.
Man, I am tearing. Uh-oh.
What did you break?
No.
Well, that's beautiful. I think if I overdo this, I might mess it up. I don't think anyone's going to really mind having a couple little nail holes here and there. Let me look at this from the front. You got to come around this way anyways and buff up the edges. Wow, that's really pretty. That copper really gives it a beautiful feel. And the gold and then that bit of aged bronze in there. I think it might need a little bit more blue, only because, or that green bronzy color, only because the base is really bronzy. Like patinaed bronze, I guess you could say. Yeah, it definitely needs more green. But I can say that my nail holes are starting to kind of disappear here. All right, I'm going to come in with some more of my Dionysus. And I'm not washing my brush out either, you guys. I'm okay with that little bit of color coming through.
This is yet another new camera configuration that is, for lack of a better term, pissing me off.
Why?
Just because I can't get what I want.
Well, you can't always get what you want, Don. Well, guys, I would like everybody to know my friend Evie from Evie's Creations, who always helps me out with the pre-cut space and always helps me out with things here and there.
That still
She's
sucks.
kind of down on the weather. So if you guys have a little prayer that you'd like to put out there for Evie, or just send her some good thoughts and some healing vibes, we'd all really appreciate that. It's been kind of rough this year after Christmas. I have a couple of friends that have had some relatives fall ill, so put some good vibes out there for her. My friend Lori, who helps me manage the Unicorn Spit Q&A, she's from Canada. She does those beautiful little galaxy knobs that people order. And her dad had fallen sick a few days ago, and he passed this morning. So she's going to be out of commission for a while too.
I'm working to see if I can get a better shot.
Oh, take your time, honey. This is fun. This is definitely a year of change, I think, for so many people. But one thing that we can do when it comes to change is to always pray for a good outcome. Ooh, that green is really making it pop. So put some happy thoughts out there for folks out there who are overwhelmed or under weather.
There you go, boys and girls. Let's see if you can't like that.
I'm going to leave that top. That top is just so pretty. And it's okay that it's kind of beat up, I guess. I don't know. I just don't feel so bad about it being as beat up as it is. I am going to come around and patina the edge of this table some, though. You guys hear the kids up there slamming things around? Oh, Lord. I have 4 kids today. 4 of them. We have the neighbor kid, Mason, and we have Johnny upstairs and Joshua. We have them all. And Jamie. So it's Martin Luther King Day. Everyone's very excited to have a day off in remembrance of him. So happy birthday, Dr. Martin Luther King. All right, let's get some more of this patina up here.
So it seemed like a better idea than what it's turning out to be.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to focus that lens while streaming and looking at my phone.
Well, you are crazy.
Crazy. Crazy for feeling so lonely.
I don't think that's what it says.
Could be.
All right, get this a little bit more bronzed looking over here. All right, now I'm just going to go and try to blend the rest of this. I don't know. That's really beautiful.
But
I don't know if it goes with the rest of it. Gosh, I've never seen anything stained metallic before, and this is really beautiful, honey.
you're welcome.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I didn't do anything, but
Oh my gosh. Look at that. And let me stand back and look at it for a second.
admire.
I do like it.
But
I don't think it matches the base. I think it needs something else.
like,
I don't know. Maybe we should get some views from the audience. Here, let's set her upright. Can people see what the base looks like if I lean her back?
well, sort of. I didn't exactly plan for that shot, so
That's okay. Okay.
it looks kind of hokey.
All right. Well, I don't think that the top, while this is beautiful, and this would be beautiful like on a classic painted thing on the bottom, like, I don't think that it matches the base at all. The
Kathleen
base is
still says purple.
Maybe I should pull out some of the sparkling. I don't know. I've got so much purple in the base, though.
Mike thought some blue on the top.
Some blue.
Dawn thinks it looks great. Don't change it, Cindy says. Add a little blue, Debbie. The blue purple thing. Well, hold up. What are you gonna do with the letters?
Well, the letters are going to go across it, and it's going to be secondhand gold is as good as new. Which I agree
Or
with.
is worth as much as new?
Something like that. Amy Tongi said it was a quote from Titanic. So, all right, guys, we're just going to...
Gold flakes. I think a solid dark brown top would be beautiful.
Maybe. Let me look at this. Because, you know, we do have the dark natural brown down
This
here.
is true.
That maybe we could pull that up in
I think
here.
yeah.
All right, well, let me get some...
DB thinks it needs a darker color on it.
All right, let me get some Rustic Reality.
Sparkling. Oh, somebody says, oh.
What?
You know what you should use?
What?
Raven.
Black?
Pro. I just like those colors. They're my colors.
They are your colors,
They're
but I
the
don't
same
want them...
color as my heart.
I don't want them to be... I don't want them to be sparkly up here. I want the...
See, Brenda, black metallics.
I know, she likes those. Dawn really likes the black metallics. Have these been opened before? Oh, gosh, these are so old.
Yeah, everybody thinks needs some dark. Yep.
All right, we're going to go dark.
Purple and blues. Purple and blues. Purple and blues.
All right,
what did you feed me today?
I'm going to go in with some Rustic Reality.
Dark chocolate smears on top, which is what? You just want us to bring the kids in? Let them have at it?
Here goes the Rustic Reality.
Oh. No, everybody said don't do that. That looks terrible.
Shh.
All right.
Mess me up.
Let's let you look at that for a minute, and then I'm going to go back over here.
As long as it's pointing down.
It's kind of pointing down.
I think I only want the pointing down. I didn't really dress for anything today. I went to the gym, and I kind of half did the gym today. Mostly just talked with all my girlfriends.
Yeah, better already.
Yeah, that dark brown is probably where I needed to go. And this is Rustic Reality right over those metallics. And look what it's doing. Those nail holes are disappearing. It's a little, well, maybe I need to do it full strength to hide those nail holes real good. So let me just keep buffing this up here.
Kathleen McGrew comes in. No, looks dirty.
It does look dirty, right? But remember, we have that dark, dark, dark brown on the very bottom. That is creeping up, so maybe this will bring that back in. Let's see here. So this is Rustic Reality. That's a walnut color. That's the color that I did the neighbor's kitchen table in. But you know what that did? It hid those nails really well. Are you calling me, baby? Oh, okay.
Say hi. And since I don't have Facebook on my phone, I can just come over here and watch you.
Yes, you can.
Katrina said add copper on
I'm
top
going
of the
to.
rustic.
I'm going over it with a nice coat of this, and I'm gonna see if the metals colors will come out, because this might give you a beautiful bronze look, like untarnished bronze. So, and it's hiding the nail holes, and I'm really digging the fact that it's really hiding the wood filler. Don't tap your fingers, baby. It'll get the microphones all messed up. So here goes some more of this dark chocolatey brown, the Rustic Reality. It's not blending real good right there, so let me mist it with some water. Just reactivate it. Plus my brush got kind of dried out a little. So remember, Unicorn Spit, if you're just tuning in and you've never heard of Unicorn Spit, it comes to you in the concentrate, so you can use it full strength as a paint or a glaze. Then you can add water to it to stretch it out and make it more translucent. It's a beautiful thing. And right now this is full strength, and I'm just watering it down and blending with water. My water bottles, probably my favorite tool when it comes to my artwork that I do on my pieces of furniture. Here we go. So we're going to give it this brown base.
DB says maybe take a damp cloth and smear it so the light comes through.
You know, I'm going to bring some copper back in. Right now I'm putting it on real thick, or real concentrated, I should say, over those nail holes, because I'm noticing that my nail holes are gradually disappearing as I'm using the Rustic Reality. The only thing I can see is like some dentations, but we won't even have to worry about those dentations because I'm pretty sure I want to use some Family glaze coat over the top of this. Some pieces I like the Family glaze coat because I like that glass-like finish, and some I don't. But this one's kind of more of a matte finish, so I don't know if I really want to do it. But this is a pretty good match to that mahogany that's under there. If I added a little bit of red, I think I'd really get it. Wet my brush.
Yeah, it looks like we have a winner. Everybody's just like, oh yeah, that's the stuff.
The brown?
Yeah. And unfortunately, while I do not like brown, it is the correct answer.
It is. It just leveled it out. And you know what, with the copper and that green, you can still see those hues of color underneath because it's like it's illuminating through. Those micas that I use are so strong. They're cosmetic grade. So they're so strong, they're beaming right through and giving me a multifaceted look up here that I don't even have anything I could really compare it to. I've never seen anything like it before, but I see copper, I see gold, and I see that sparkling kind of green pipe through as well. Right now I'm just feathering my brush strokes. It's one thing I really like about Klingons, that's they're kind of frayed on the very tips, so that's why you don't get very strong brush strokes with them. And it really makes feathering go really easy. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Let me look at it from the front. Oh wait, here's a place I messed up.
Lex Lee says gold or copper handles, and voila.
I know, right?
Yeah, that'll be pretty tight.
Wow, that did do it, you guys.
See, this is what we love about y'all.
Yeah, no joke. Gonna slap a little extra there. Wow, let me stand back here and look at this from afar. Oh, there's a little spot here. It needs a little color kiss. Oh my goodness. Wow.
I think maybe you should do some grandma's table blue up at the top. You know, just the little hints.
Well, I can see it. If you are here in person, you can see the blue.
You put blue on it? Mm-hmm. Did I miss it? I must have missed it.
Well, let me see the face down color. See, on the camera, it looks more taupe than it does. So you can see just very small little hints of it through that green. Maybe I could come in with a little bit more green. Yeah. All right, I'll put some, I'm going to use some of the sparkling blue. How's that? All right.
You don't have to put a lot.
I know. So I'm just going to, oh geez, you know how hard it is just to, all right, that brought a little bit in. Do you think more? And it turned it green because remember browns have yellow. So, oh, let me get some more blue. Let's see. Okay, ready? Well, I'm going to end up overdoing it. 'Cause I don't know how not to.
Well, just like, maybe use your hands.
I can't.
Why?
Because I don't want to mess my nails up today. All right, fine. Oh, you're right. It does make it better.
Back to your roots, man.
I know. I want my nails nice, though. I got the show coming.
Oh, well. You did them yourself. It's not like a big... That's...
I did. I haven't been able to afford to go get my nails done for a bit. All right, here we go. Nope, it's just going to turn that green color, see?
Okay, well, you tried.
I did.
Forget about it.
I'm going to go ahead and blend this out. You really want no brush strokes? Use your hands. Go around this area.
Still looks pretty sweet.
It does. I really like it. The green, now it has a little bit of a blue sparkle to the top.
So are you going to
So you
glaze
can
coat it?
see blue kind of glitter and glitz. Am I going to what? Glaze
You're
coat this
gonna
one?
glaze coat, right? Not today, obviously.
No, I don't know. You know, I'm looking at it, and sometimes I want to glaze coat stuff, and sometimes I don't want to glaze coat stuff. So some things don't need a very what's the word I'm looking for? Sometimes you don't need to have that super duper high shine. Sure, it gives you a real three-dimensional effect. I know, I use my F50 a lot. Sometimes I want that three-dimensional effect, and sometimes I don't. This one, I kind of have an under the sea kind of feeling going with it. And I kind of don't want to lose it. I'm adding more copper. Oh, yeah. I love the copper. So, not really under the sea. What am I saying?
I don't know, but now that song's stuck in my head.
Under the sea.
Everything's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.
Gosh.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, Disney fan.
I'm pretty sure that we sang that in high school. In high school choir.
Sure.
I'm 90% sure.
Choir boy.
Hey.
Dawn was also a cheerleader.
2 easy ways to pick up girls.
Oh my goodness.
Choir and be a male cheerleader.
And he was in the football team. How are you on the football team and a cheerleader?
Basketball? I was a cheerleader for basketball. And I literally picked up girls.
Literally.
Literally.
Oh,
Just the
yeah.
small ones.
Look at that, you guys. What can I do to make it look a little more rustic-y around these edges, I'm wondering? Get some gold and some green. And stamp it. Maybe stamp it coming up over the edges a little bit. Remember that hammered look that she was talking about? I think I just figured out how to do it, babe.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so if I get gold on one side of my brush and that green on the other side of my brush and tap it, spread it out there. Kind of hammer it. And that's just getting that edge. Let's go all the way around and do that. And then maybe I can just kind of faux it up here, like sponge painting almost.
Roxy said step away. It's perfect.
I don't know. I gotta blend those edges inwards.
And
So-
yes, Melissa, I do pick things up and put them down.
Especially all of her dirty jokes.
What?
Melissa Reed, she always has dirty jokes. After I go back and I look at what she has to say, she always has something silly to say. This is pretty cool. This is exactly what it needed. Bring that green in. Are they able to see the top?
Oh, I just moved it to the down angle. Or
Yes,
to the front,
yes.
To the front angle.
Oh, well, I want them to see what I'm doing to the top here. I'm kind of taking the edge and bringing it inwards. So kind of that stippling thing
Dilly
that you
dilly.
see there. So it does. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Do you see that, honey?
I don't know.
Can they see it on the picture?
Not really.
Oh my gosh, they have to be
They
able
could
to
have
see
been.
this.
They could see it from the other angle. A
Oh my
little
gosh,
better.
they have to see this. This is so cool.
Melissa says she doesn't have any dirty jokes.
Bull honky.
She's given up telling dirty jokes, but it's hard, so very hard.
Do you hear my kids? Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Hey, looky, there's Mr. Austin Ruiz.
Hi, Austin. Austin is my helper at the center. Him and I really did a lot of furniture together. He might be listed as disabled, but he is definitely able to create some amazing things.
He's handy capable.
He is handy capable. That's what we should call you, Austin.
I prefer Austin.
I love Austin so much. I haven't seen him in so long. We were going to set it up so he could take the bus and come out here and hang out. But the bus won't take him out here. We looked at several different options because I can't pick him up. I'm just not strong enough. I used to pick him up and bring him into the car, but he's gotten bigger and stronger and I can't pick him up anymore.
What are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm giving it that aged look, rolling up the sides. Can they not see it on film?
Oh, we see it.
Does it look disgusting?
And now it looks like a cat walked on it. Melissa nailed it.
Shush.
And she agreed. She agreed. It's so hard to stop with the dirty jokes.
This is it's making it look like it's corroded.
Yeah, I think everybody liked it before. Is it too late to wipe that off?
Well, the thing is that it didn't tie into the bottom.
We didn't care. It looked better.
Well, it looked better as I said. It would look great if
Ra-
it was
raise
just
your-
that one piece.
Raise your hand if it looked better. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. Get rid of that.
It was just I just need to buff it out a little bit.
Yeah.
It's got to look ugly before it looks pretty.
It looked good before.
No,
Yeah. No.
not as good as it could. If there's corrosion like that at the bottom,
Should have walked away. Roxy was right.
oh, whatever. Hold on. Give it a minute. Give it a minute here.
All right. Hi,
Give it
Donna
a minute.
Burrows. Holly says blend it.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to blend it. Once I get my colors in place, I'm going to do some blending. And it's nice because I also have a lot of drying time. Not like too much drying time, but a good amount of drying time that I can let the kind of set up and then come in and do a dusting off of color.
We're all just waiting now. We're like, what's
What?
she going to do? How's she going to save this one?
What do you mean, how am I going to save it?
Oh, my. It looks like a field of daisies.
Well, then this will be right up Melissa's alley. She does those pansies. I always make her think of her mama. I remember weird things.
I agree, Shauna, but hey,
Just
she's letting her. Donna nailed it. Let your creative juices flow.
I'm letting them flow, y'all. I'm letting them flow.
Yep, you're going to let something else flow.
What? I don't have to pee or anything. All right, I'm tapping this colors in.
I'm gonna.
I'm happy Gilmoreing
You're right, Cindy.
it.
Let's trust her. Let's trust her, Cindy.
Just give me a shot here. Now this looks crazy. I liked it before too, but it just didn't. It didn't match the bottom at all.
It looked good.
It did. It looked great. If the bottom looked different,
What? That makes no sense.
if the bottom is corroded looking, like it came out of the bottom of the ocean, and the top looked pristine. That just they weren't in the same character. So
Yeah, you're right, Patty.
what?
Patty said it's like a Bob Ross painting. She has the vision, and we won't see it until she's finished.
Oh no, you guys are gonna see it right now, right now.
Right? No, we're not. Because what we're seeing, we're all like, "What the hell
What does
have
it
you
look like
just?"
on the dang camera?
It
Looks terrible?
It doesn't look nearly as good as it did 10 minutes ago.
Well, of course not, because that top was made for like maybe if I had a beautiful white creamy base or a
No, that
solid-
top was made for what you had. Like, it made it look classy.
No.
It did. It looked classy.
No, it didn't match it. It wasn't matchy.
Heather says, trust the insanity. I have trusted the insanity for 4 years, and look where it's gotten me.
Yeah, they'll see it here in a minute.
All right. 1,000 paw prints.
1,000 paw prints. Okay. Okay. Now I got that corroded blue stamped in there, here and there. Might need a little bit more blue over here. All right.
All right, so everybody's waiting on some Joe Montana-esque fourth quarter comeback.
It's coming. It's coming. You just got to let it dry just a little bit. Maybe. Yeah, it needs to dry just a little bit. So let me go ahead and stamp it out again here. And it also helps it dry.
Well, I'm going to tell you that Brandy Sharkey personally likes it better now.
See?
Kathy
it matches
Wheeler
the
agrees.
Bottom. It matches the bottom. It gets it more matchy-matchy.
Melissa Reed just got Smelly Cat stuck in my head. Thanks for that.
Smelly cats. That should have been our wedding song.
Should have been Thunder. Thundercats. Ho.
Like Blue Thunder. I think we're gonna
See,
remember.
you won DB over. Sorry. She said nope, and now she likes it.
See? It just needed a chance to get itself together.
To grow on you like a mole.
Uh-huh. It needed to dry out just a little bit. It was so shiny. Now it looks more like the base does. Actually, it looks like a piece of hammered.
I was just getting
metal.
ready to say, because Tongi mentioned it earlier, that you should make it look hammered.
Well, that's what I was going for, and then everyone's all like, no!
Well,
I need more blue right here in the middle. It does look cat printy.
I was wrong. I'll admit it.
I'm going to come from the front.
Jennifer asked, do you have a shop? I want one. We do have a shop, but we don't really have a shop.
Yeah, I have a shop. I have a whole little retail area up front with all types of things to buy and a Laura dimensional paint and spit and
Mostly spit.
glaze coat, and I got an order of Wise Owl paint even coming in, so I can have it on my shelves, and I've got pieces of wood all ready to go, and one of these days I'm going to have a grand opening. I just don't know when. I don't know if I could sit up front and man the stations, and we definitely don't have the funds to hire anybody. So I guess whenever I have classes, if someone wants to take something home with them, they have that option now. So.
But are you going to let people have prices that are realistic on these things?
On my pieces of art?
Yeah. Here's the thing. Michelle pretends like she wants to sell these things. She says all the time, oh, I'm going to sell this one. And you know what she's going to do? It'll be for sale. You'll be able to buy this piece right out here in front. It'll be $11,468.12.
Whatever, I don't mark them up that high.
But you could, in theory, buy it if you wanted to.
If
And
you
that's
wanted
only
to.
because she doesn't want to sell anything.
Oh, that looks really good. See, that matches it. I just don't want to sell them because they're all so special. Like this one's really special. It's the first piece I've ever done using my metallics. You know? So how can I ever sell that?
What's up? Jordan Hurley's
It's
watching.
special to me.
It's
Who?
Jordan Hurley.
Really?
Yeah.
Hi, Jordan. Your tattoo guy?
My tattoo guy.
What's going on, buddy? I haven't heard from you in a long time.
We'll see you here in a few weeks. Let's see. Somebody asked where are we located. We are in Baser, Kansas, which is a suburb of Kansas City.
It's the country area. All right, now I'm going to fan it and make it follow the brush lines. Let's see if everybody likes that best. Because if they don't, I can rehammer it. Do we like it more? Oh, you know what? It looks like a dirty penny.
You're right.
Doesn't it?
See, now it looks exactly like it did 30 minutes ago.
No, it doesn't. It has more of a, oh my gosh, it's beautiful, honey. Look
What's
at
up,
that.
Derek? Mr. Derek Burks is watching.
Well, hello,
No.
Derek.
Another one of my good friends.
Look at that. Honey, it's really pretty. Can they see it? It looks like a real penny. Look at that. And you can't see the nail holes?
I'm going to get a different angle in here. Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I think it was a mixture of all those different colors. And you know what's really cool is that I used that little bit of sparkling. And so, like, you know how sparkling has, like, super, super duper microscopic little pieces of glitter in it? You can see some blue glitter popping out here and there. This is beautiful. This is pretty, really pretty. I can't sell this one ever.
Once again, $11,464.15 available at the front lobby of our retail store in Baser, Kansas. I'm going to try to hop up and see if I can get a zoom angle on here so we can look at it better.
Oh my goodness, honey. It's just so beautiful. I'm done with it. And it's gorgeous. It looks like a penny, like a copper, like a real penny. Not a brand new penny, but like a penny. Maybe I should give it some type of penny quote on it. Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, what's a quote from Abraham Lincoln?
87 years ago, our forefathers.
Well, besides that. Because you don't? Well, neither do I.
Well, I'm still working, boys and girls.
Wow. Why didn't anybody ever think of copper and gold stain? That's just beautiful. That's really cool.
I'm trying to get a good picture and all I'm doing is messing it up.
But still, I don't know if it matches that base. So that means that the metal that I'm going to use... Oh, why is it so out of focus?
I'm trying.
That looks pretty good. It's still fuzzy.
I know.
Oh, there we go. It's coming in now. Yeah, because on film it doesn't look as pretty as it really is. All right, well, let me go get this hardware while you're tooling around with that. Sorry, you guys, you're hearing me. I have a sink back here. I wish I could show it to everyone. It's so cool. I took a horse trough and turned it into a sink and have a hose run to it with hot and cold water. But it's what I need for as big of a project as I handle. A regular shop sink wasn't going to cut it for me, but I have one of those too. All right. All right, let's see if I got this hardware clean. I've left them to soak in some dishwasher detergent for the last couple of days. Over the weekend, I just let them sit in there and soak. So now I just need to make some room here.
I was dancing pretty well there, Derek.
All right. So my hardware isn't real clean. It's like all old and grody looking, which actually might work for our benefit. You know? Because look at that.
It's true.
See, because it's like tarnished.
Completely off topic, and I have no idea why I'm even saying this, but I really, really want Japanese steakhouse for dinner.
Oh. But it's Monday.
I don't know. Oh, we could epoxy pennies over the top. That's actually a pretty good idea.
That would be weird, right? If we could get like the oldest, corrodedest pennies and copper them over the top, that'd be really neat.
Just put them like in the corners.
All right, I'm going to do an example piece. Honey, are you able to get the base at all?
I can.
I'm going to see what these handles look like on there and see if maybe we can.
Hold on, boys and girls.
I think that the tarnished, the oil rub bronze look is going to look the prettiest on these. What happened?
Here's a good quote from Lincoln. A house divided against itself cannot stand.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. All right, I got 2 screws. I've got a piece of these 2 here. So if we do these on there, these are kind of corroded looking. Maybe they need to be more coppered. Let's see. Oh, geez. Here it is. Okay. All right, let's see here. See what these look like on here, huh, guys? They don't have anything to lose and everything to gain. If they don't work great, I'll just use some of the copper over these to make them look a little bit more bronzy. Ooh, wait, how do you do this?
You got to put those in first before you tighten it down anyway. I almost think you should spray paint them gold.
No way. Yeah, they need to be more copper looking.
Brandy Sharkey agrees with me.
Gold? But the
No, Japanese steakhouse for dinner. Sounds awesome.
Dorks. So this side's a little more golden looking. Maybe I should, well, I wonder if this, there we go. So that's what it looks like with that. And it actually plays off of the upper pretty well because it is kind of dingy brown looking. There we go.
Right? Debbie says spray paint copper. I have a tendency
Yeah,
to
but
agree.
this isn't real super copper. This is like tarnished copper. What if I
I think the spray paint copper would be just shiny enough to like set it off.
well, why don't I just make my own? Oh,
Yes. Sandy Claire says it looks great as it is.
look. Watch this. People don't know this. So unicorn spit, remember how you can mix unicorn spit with any type of wax?
Mm-hmm.
This one's, where's my wax?
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. It's going to be all right.
I'm scared, Mom. I'm scared.
All right, here's a nice hard wax. Here we go.
Yeah, Donna Burrows needs more copper.
It needs more copper. Okay, so I'm getting some.
Is that piece a Duncan Fife? That's what Shauna wants to know.
I think it is, but there was no markings. So who knows if it really is.
It's a Duncan Hines.
Duncan Fife.
I know.
They're closely related. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Well,
I'm going to add a little bit of copper
oh crap.
with this wax. So we're going to make, you never have to go buy black wax. You never have to go buy the amber wax. You don't even, now I'm going to make it so you don't have to go buy metallic wax. You just use what you got. I think this was a pearl wax, and it's kind of inhibiting my copper sheen. Not crazy about that. So I'm just gonna mix it up a little stronger.
It's a good idea. Where did it go? Where did it go? You should probably leave it until the top is sealed, just to see what the top ends up doing.
That's true too. All right,
But you're gonna do it anyway.
I'm gonna do it anyways because I'm crazy.
All right. Well, we tried, folks. We tried.
Nah,
Nope.
no. I don't know if copper's the answer. What if we waxed?
Oh God, no!
No copper waxing over the thing to bring copper down here?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm getting kind of lopsided feeling. Oh, you know what I have? Steak. Hold on. I had some. Hold on.
Look at Cole Gaston watching the arts
Hi,
and
Cole.
crafts show.
Where's my CC's? Oh, geez. I wonder if I took that home. I had some CC Caldwell wax that's mixed with some gold, and I don't know where I did with it. Where is that stuff? Have you seen it, honey?
I don't think I would know it if I saw it. Sorry.
Oh, man. I bet you I brought it home. And
Bummer.
that stink. Her stuff's good. Robin Buff might be a good idea, too. I don't know. I got a couple of different options here, but I think I'm done for the day because I've got this on. I really want to see what it looks like when it's dry, but I know that the clear coat's going to give it even more of a look. I'm going to take some plain copper here and see if I can't maybe, ooh, actually, that might work really well. Are you able to get that on the, this is just taking the copper staining glaze and buffing it. So that gave it like a hammered copper look. And then I can just hit it with some clear coat. Let's see what that looks like. I'm going to come over and do the other one right quick. And clear coat would lock it. All right, there's some copper there. All right, you guys decide which one you like the best. I'm going to do 2 of them here. Then you guys can make your decision on which one you like. Hopefully these dry quick. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think copper is definitely the answer. You guys were all right. And remember, because it's a glaze and stain, I made it so that it'll go on any surface, but still you have to clear coat it to make it permanent. Yeah. All right, so there's the copper. Oh, yeah.
Scooch out the way for a minute.
Look at that. That is the answer. The price is right. That is absolutely the answer. Let me get in there. I'm going to just do one handle. And that way you guys can see what the handle looks like real quick. I'm going to pop one of these on. I think this is the way that it's supposed to be, babe. And then it just needs a little clear coat to make it permanent. And that tied everything together. Who was the gal who said copper handles and voila? She was our winner. Look at it. It pulled it all together. Can you see it? That was perfect. That was absolutely beautiful. I love that. Let me see. Can I see it as... Oh, the lighting kind of stinks. I don't know. Want me to take that over there? Oh, well. I wish they could see it. That's why I have the shop, so people can come in person and see. All right, guys. Well, it looks like you all were correct. I just used a little bit of the copper glaze and stain on these handles. Of course, it's already dry because it's fast drying stuff. And it is absolutely, definitely the answer to what we needed to do with the hardware, because going right over that bronze pieces that look like this before, you could use some rub and buff if you have it to get your hardware to look like this. But this just looks authentic because some of the green from the finish of the original ones, because they were so old and in such bad shape, that patina was just naturally coming through.
Everybody loves it.
That's beautiful. And it completely brings this and ties it all together. I might come back with a little bit of copper and kind of maybe buff a little bit down here. But that's it. It's beautiful. Any more quotes that people would like, honey?
Nope.
Oh, good. And this is dry already, so that's nice. Here, let me show everybody real fast how I did
What are you doing?
the hardware,
Oh.
so people can see how I did that. This is dry already. I can set this down, so that's nice. All right, for those who were wondering how I did that hardware while I was back here, I'm going to just kind of come up close. Now, this was old grungy hardware, the original that was on there. All I did was soak it in some water and what else? Dish detergent soap. And I was wondering if it was going to make it like really gold colored again, but it didn't. But it got all the greasy part off, which in turn gives me a good base for it. So let's get all these out here. And what I'll do once I get these ready to go, I'll just take them outside and hit them with a little bit of some clear coat or even some wax, maybe. I don't know. All depends. It's awfully cold outside.
Shauna says that she has 3 pieces. Excuse me, guys. She has 3 pieces of Duncan 5. She said, this is how I did my grandmother's before I knew about unicorn spit. I have 3 pieces. May have to redo it now.
Well, you can. You know, that's what's wonderful about the furniture that our ancestors bought and our back in like before the 1950s, I would say. Some of the 60s stuff as well. But it was all made to eventually be refinished. People didn't buy stuff to be disposable like they do now, where you find a kitchen table laying on the side of the road. People bought it because it was solid wood. It was able to be refinished so that it had good, strong bones. And all that furniture is still out there. It's just that I think that our society has forgotten that our ancestors purchased this heirloom furniture, as they call it, for us to enjoy. I still have my great-grandmother Henry's kitchen table, her china cabinet, and her buffet, and I just love it. I've always admired it when I was little, and it went through so many problems and got so beat up over the years. And when I refinished it, my mom was like, oh, you better not, Michelle. Oh, you better not, Michelle. And I took it out there because the thing was just terrible looking. And I refinished it, and it ended up turning out so beautiful that Eclectic uses it as an example to get people to understand how wonderful unicorn spit can take and still look classy when applied to these older pieces of furniture.
So, Shauna, I didn't see the picture. I was looking at my phone.
Oh, yeah, you
the
can't
picture
see the
didn't.
picture.
The picture didn't come through. I didn't quite understand what she said. She said she redid her grandmother's Duncan 5, And I see the picture now that I'm looking on the Facebook page. It is sweet. I really like the way that she did it. It's it's very much like this one actually. Very similar.
I'll have to
Anyway,
get in there and look.
this let's see, where was it?
All right, here we go.
Inga McLean, I would never paint a Duncan Fife if it's in good condition. They're highly sought after in the original condition.
Well, this one had some veneer missing here and there. It was also one solid piece, and it had no name on it. So I think it was probably a recreation.
A knockoff?
Of a Duncan Fife. Because they're pretty good about actually putting their names on it. And
Maybe it was a Duncan Fourth.
or a Duncan Foe. All right, so here we go. Here's that hardware. Yeah, I'm pretty good about looking up a piece and seeing if it has value before I go and ruin it. I'll never forget one day I was on a painting group, and I saw a lady post that she had painted this piece of furniture that came from probably the 1970s. People call it mid-century modern, and it was a very well sought after piece that was worth probably about $10,000. And she had it was in the original shape and everything, and she was so proud of herself that she took this piece of furniture and she painted it. And I saw it and I about died. I was like, oh my gosh. And she was so happy for herself because she had worked on it and she sold it for $200. And if she would have left it alone and looked it up, and she would have gotten $10,000 and not have to do any type of work on it whatsoever. So I always look up my pieces of furniture before I go and do anything with them. I do Google search. I do everything possible because that's the last thing I want. I think it was, when was it? I think it was yesterday. This morning I saw on the news, this family in New Jersey had a painting in their house that they've had for like ever. And they were like, well, it's this or it's that, or it's just this piece of junk or whatever. And it was just like an old oil painting. And one of their kids were like, you know what, I'm going to look up the and find out what it is. Well, they have a freaking Rembrandt. And they were thinking about just putting it out to a garage sale, right?
Why does it never happen to us?
I don't know, but I've been looking, honey. I even look in every single one of the drawers before I do anything with a piece of furniture. One of these days, there's going to be something. There's going to be something under there, under one of them drawers. Today, I found another piece of furniture upstairs. Johnny wants a desk. So I was like, well, let's go look in the hoard upstairs and see what kind of desk we can get you. And we have this desk up there. So I immediately start pulling the drawers out to look what's in them because I've taught him very well. And he pulls out a lady's stocking. It's a really long one. It's like a thigh high.
I wondered where that went.
Yeah.
So let's see. Inga McClellan. What's the stuff you're painting on the hardware? A new product you're working on?
Yes, this is a new product. This is
it's a combination of
prototype.
new products.
This is a copper glaze and stain in one that you can use pretty much on any type of surface that's porous. And it will require to have an oil-based sealer in order to make it permanent. So you need to make sure that it gives you lots of playtime, lets you be creative and do different things. So imagine rub and buff without the oil and the ability to go back and start again if you don't like it. Like right now, if I don't end up liking these at all, I can take them to the sink and go wash them off, even after they dry. So this is just like a gel dye and pigment.
Well, look who finally decided to join us today.
Who is it?
Miss Michelle Klein.
Hello, Miss Klein.
It's about time.
I know. She's been ignoring me. The only time I talk to her is when she's bunkered down in her garage smoking cigarettes.
Watching Captain
Kangaroo.
That's why I love you.
There we go. So there's our copper. So that gave it that nice brushed copper look.
Kathy, Kathy Hambrick Lynn, love your work. I have spit, but have not figured out how to use it yet. Still trying. You've
That's-
come to the right place.
Yeah.
Because we're still trying to figure out how to use it too.
There's so many ways to use it that there's like no wrong way.
Right?
And that's pretty cool.
And Mike Glass is loving the copper.
The copper is really cool, right? How it goes on.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it look like a penny, like a real old penny. Here we go. And of course it's already dry. Oh, honey, I want to put the hardware on so bad.
Well, these people have places to be.
All right, well, they can go. Ah,
Well,
I'm done.
you're tattooed and employed.
I'm tattooed and employed. Well, self-employed. Nobody even knows I have tattoos. You know
Me
why?
either. Nobody knows I have tattoos.
Don's covered in them. He's got them under his beard even.
Right?
No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't.
I do want to shave my head and get like my own face tattooed on the back of my head.
Just a
Be
goofball.
awesome. I can grow my hair out.
I have my tattoos where you probably would only see them if I was wearing a bikini, and I'll be darned if that's anytime soon. I'll tell you what.
I've seen them.
Of course. So, smarty pants.
Don't forget the one on the front. Her tattoo? What are you talking about?
The one in the front?
I don't know.
Is there something in the front?
Oh no, the handle on the front. That's a good save,
Oh,
Katrina.
yeah. I'll take this one out. Thank you.
Good save.
So, guys, thank you for following along with me on this and seeing where my mind was going. I really love how it turned into this real coppery and gold. It kind of rounds up all the different colors that I like. I love gold. I love copper. I love the blues, and I love all these colors that are on here. And this piece really allowed me to play and get them all.
So real
I'm loving
quick,
it.
Joshua, watch what you're doing with that over there. You almost knocked the light over.
Don't knock the light over.
Connie. She says it's so hard to find your product here in Ohio. I have the original set. Only all the others are sold out online. Gets frustrating seeing all this and not being able to get the product.
That would be pretty frustrating. If you want to go
It
to
sucks.
www.unicornspit.com, you can find there's a little tab that says where to buy. And that'll bring you to a list of everyone that I know that has current stock. And what's great is that if you go to like the smaller mom and pop shops, well, you can go and order through Hobby Lobby, and you can order through Home Depot and Joann's. A lot of times they're not offering all the colors, like the Rustic Reality you saw us use today. Also have a color called Squirrel, that's a chestnut, and a color that's called Weathered Daydream, that's like a gray weathered barnwood color. And we have Navajo Jewel, which is a real deep teal, and that's where you can find those colors. So it's always good to shop small, but you know, if you're in a pinch, there's always Amazon. Amazon has them. There's also a couple of different funnel companies out there who offer great deals on Unicorn Spit in order to attract your business to their websites. Just gotta look at them all. There's a lot of different
Definitely
choices
look at your mom and
out
pop
there.
shops.
Huh?
Definitely look at your mom and pop shops.
Yeah, I like to support the mom and pop shops because you have to remember, I was once not even a mom and pop shop. I was brewing this in my kitchen. And the mom and pop shops were the first ones that gave me a chance. So I'll always give them my undying gratitude for that. So go on there.
Wow.
There's, what?
I don't want to interrupt, but I think we have the winner quote. I don't know if we have enough room on the top of this for the quote, but it's
What is the
pretty,
quote?
pretty BA in my opinion.
It's B-A?
Yeah.
What is it? Read us the quote.
Patty Chevalier.
Oh, I like
It
that.
says the quote, and I'm assuming this is Abraham Lincoln. You may never know what results come of your action, but if you do nothing, there will be no result.
Ooh, I love that too. That would be kind of cool. We could probably figure out a nice way to illustrate that out up here.
I want to have that tattooed on my neck.
Oh my God. You drive me nuts. You better not get a neck tattoo. Lord almighty. All right, guys. Well, this is literally brushed copper on
Literal.
these, and these are going to be beautiful on. I'm probably not going to be able to tune in tomorrow because we leave on Wednesday, and tomorrow I know I'm going to be a mess. a complete mess because I have to pack and I have to take a shower and do my hair. I got to pluck my eyebrows. I have so much stuff that I have to do to get ready for our big show. Is coming up on Friday, and I leave Wednesday. So for those of you who are going to be in the Tucson, Arizona area, we're going to be at the Ace Hardware, which is the largest Ace Hardware in the whole wide world. It's on 22nd and Nolt, and Kolb. Is that the right word? 22nd and Knob.
Google knows.
It's on 22nd Street. It's the biggest and oldest and most beautiful Ace. They have invited me in for 2 hours in order to meet with all their customers and do some unicorn spit projects. We're going to be doing these little wooden hearts in lieu of Valentine's Day. And then if you're a retailer and you have a store and you're interested in carrying unicorn spit and you'd like to try it before you buy it, you're always welcome to come to Creativation. That's going to be in Phoenix, Arizona at the Convention Center. I'll be there the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd, right? Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday of
And
this week.
I'll be there doing shows periodically. If you look up on my headline, up on my, what is that, your cover photo, it'll tell you the hours that I'll be there.
We got those handles. Taking
Mark
care of, ladies.
Montana will also be present doing some crafts as well. So it's a really good opportunity for you guys to meet us and play with different art mediums that are on the market and the newest things that are on the market that you can bring into your stores. So it's a good time for public and the retailers to be able to come and meet me and create some art. So I'll probably be back on after I come home from Creativation.
Basically a week from to Wednesday.
Yeah.
We'll be back on Wednesday or Thursday of next week, I'm sure. And I'm going to tune in periodically while we're at Creativations and probably even some while we're at the True Value.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep an eye out. We won't do anything big like this.
Ace, not True Value.
Oh, sorry.
But there are some True Values that carry spit.
Yeah, so no offense. Anyway, so point being is I will probably do some live streaming of all of these events for you guys, just here and there. Nothing like this.
So you guys can see me
magnitude.
just be nervous as can be. I'm
well-
already nervous as can be, so I'm sure this is going to be just wonderful, wonderful. I'm very excited. All right, guys. Well, when I come back, send me lots of good juju to those people out there right now who needs a little help me up. So say a little prayer for my friend Lori and a little prayer for my friend Evie as well. And send me off with some good vibes too so I can represent my product really well to a whole bunch of strangers nervous off my buns. And until I see you guys a week from now, be good, be blessed, and always let your creative juices flow. Goodbye.